second floor.
Room service.
You've unlocked room 213.
Welcome to our cum-stained orifices room 213. I think that's just like the new intro.
I think it's sticking.
It's sticking.
It's sticking for sure.
I love that. Yeah. Cum-stained orifices room 213. I like that.
How sticky.
Ooh, sticky wicky. Remember when I used to call Nikki Wiki?
No.
No, I used to be like, Nikki Wiki, what are you doing?
I don't think we were talking much at that time yet.
Oh, okay.
I was still like warming up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you were.
I'm a slow warm-upper.
Yeah, you are. Are you like that during sex? Does it like, are you big on the foreplay? Let's just get right into it.
Oh, we're getting right into it. Yeah, I love foreplay. Like, I don't want to just like jump right into it. Let's do everything else first.
Okay, I get that. I'm kind of like if it was a perfect sexual encounter for me, it'd be like a half hour of foreplay, another half hour of just like straight boning, and then 0 minutes for cuddling.
No cuddling?
No fucking cuddling. Don't fucking touch me afterwards.
Oh my goodness, that's my favorite part.
Ew, I fucking hate cuddling after sex.
Oh, I love it. It's just like the perfect like ending to it.
Ugh.
Even though it's like sweaty.
Ew. Yeah. You're saying.
Is that the part you don't like?
I hate the body temperature. I hate the sweat. I hate like sitting in the sheets. I hate like that somebody's like fucking whole like, what are they called? Sexual organs are all on my knees or legs or my ass or on my, thing. Like, I hate it all. It just makes me sick.
God damn. I, however, use a sex blanket. So once I'm done, like, just rip the sex blanket off the bed and the sheets are, like, still clean. So that, like, eliminates one of the many issues you just listed off.
I've heard of these sex blankets. And I have yet to get one.
Best investment. I don't want to be changing my sheets afterwards.
I had a sex towel.
I don't think a towel's enough all the time. It doesn't always do the job. The sheets end up sticky.
Yeah. Okay. I love that for you. Love that your sheets get so sticky. Remember, you probably don't because you don't see shit. But on Bridesmaids, have you ever watched that?
I have watched that one.
Okay. Remember when she's like, I cracked a blanket in half because her sons are like, it's like, is that your sex blanket
No.
after a full week?
Well, I
Cracked
will
a blanket in half.
wash it. So I don't think we ever get to the cracked phase. I feel there could be a possibility after a week if it wasn't washed.
Okay. Yeah, because I know mine would like be cracking after 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Why aren't you washing it?
I wash my bedding weekly, but if I were to leave it that way for 2 weeks, it'd be cracking. And I have one of those like old school like fucking tribal blankets, so and it's like kind of furry, it'd crack.
I'm glad I'm not in your bed.
I feel like also you should stay clear of the couch. That hasn't been used in a while, but like, yeah.
You should also stay clear of the couch.
This couch. The one that we're sitting on.
The one we sit on every week for this podcast, yeah.
But at least I made my roommate like get the shampooer and shampoo the couch after.
Well,
I didn't even tell her. She just did it.
I should have.
Well, welcome to a great start of Room 213. We're talking about cracking and cum stains.
Should we get into our first segment this week?
Let's get into the first segment. Talk dirty, think deeper.
With that, I think a good topic for this week is our first time getting high.
And why is that the first topic we should get into?
Because it's almost 4:20.
Oh, it is.
Not because I am highly stoned right now.
You guys, when I walked into her living room, it was like a 70s Woodstock revival.
I think that's like stretching it.
Yeah, it's a dramatization. There was no smoke in the air. There was like no LED or lava lamps going, but definitely you could smell it like, whoa, I just walked into like Bob Marley's orgy.
Sometimes it just accidentally happens and there's just ghosts.
And she knew I was coming at this time.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. That was kind of like the first time I did edibles.
Let's hear it.
So I was a junior. I was a junior in high school. And before that, I'd just like been smoking. I'd never did edibles before. And I remember my girlfriend, she was like she was at the coffee, because our school had like a coffee bar downstairs that you could get coffee to that other students worked. She was a big pothead. She made her own edibles. Like, she didn't just buy edibles. She made her own edibles.
You found a fucking queen.
I did. And so she was so high from her own edibles. She still had like a fucking like block of brownie left. And she was like, Deshaun, I'm so fucking high. I'm so paranoid. I need to get rid of this fucking brownie. I'm scared of the drug dogs are gonna come by and just attack me. You need to eat this brownie and get rid of it. I was like, okay, bring it on. Give it to me. Me never taking edibles before, I didn't like think the impact would be great. So I just shove it all down. Like, just eat the full fucking block of brownie.
Did you think in that moment mistakes were made?
I did not at that point.
Not yet, okay.
Not at that point. So this was before lunch, right before lunch.
Oh, goodness.
So for lunch at that time, because I was like depressed and had no friends at that lunchtime, because all my friends, there was 2 lunches, A and B, and I was A and all my friends were in B. It sucked ass for that year. So anyway, for that lunch break, I went to go sit at my favorite teacher's office with her and chillax. And we were like chilling the whole lunch period. And like right at the end, when the bell rings to go to your 6th period, I get up and I'm like, whoa, I got up too fast. Like at first I thought I was just lightheaded. I was like, oh, okay, Deshaun, you're a little dehydrated. You need to drink some water. So go get some water, go to 6th period. There was a substitute, not the actual teacher. Thank fuck. Because if it was the actual teacher, he would have known right off the rip I was high as fuck. So, go into class. We're watching a movie with the substitute. It was like a perfect day to be stoned. Poor Deshaun, virgin to the edibles, kicked in about mid-period.
Oh, no.
And I just remember, like, I could not sit still. I was like tapping my pencil. I was
highs.
like fucking like moving my foot, tapping my foot. I was looking around constantly. Everybody in the class was like looking at me like, what is he on? So I get up and I ask the teacher very faintly, can I use the bathroom? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So our sign out sheets were very complicated to go to the bathroom. You had to put your name, the date, the reason for leaving, your timeout. I'm not even in the first block yet where I had to put the date. And I'm mid-writing and I notice that, oh fuck, I'm putting my phone number, not the date. So I'm putting 406-86. Oh shit. Okay. Cross that out and walk out of class to go to the bathroom. I did not go to the bathroom. Instead, I did 2 laps around the school, found my friend Carrie, like being the teacher's aide, running books back and from the library to her classroom. And I was like, Carrie, I am so fucking high. Can you stay with me and like help me come down? She said, no, Deshaun, I have to go run these books. You're fucking by yourself. You're solo.
Oh.
I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. So I did 2 more laps. 4 laps around the fucking school.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Oh.
Around the football field, around the school. I thought, just walk it off. You'll be fine when you go back. So I go back after these 4 laps. Did not sign back in because fuck that. My phone number is already on the sheet. I sit down in my desk. I still can't sit still. So I said, oh my God, I need to eat something. I need to drink something, like for sure. The kid beside me, who I'd never talked to, never hung out with, I grab his McDonald's ice water and just start drinking his water and eating his ice. And the movie's still playing. And I was eating that ice so loudly. Everyone was laughing at me and I didn't even know it. The substitute turned on the lights and I was still eating ice, and everybody's just cracking up, like looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, holy shit, like I am fucking baked. And so then she turns on the light, turns off the movie, the bell rings. I had to go to my 7th period, luckily my last period. However, on the way there, my friend is like, hey, everybody's texting me that you need to be checked on.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm so fucking high and I'm scared and I can't do this last period because this teacher loves talking with me. I can't talk to him. He's like, okay, cool. Just come with me. Skip your last period. You can call yourself out tomorrow like you usually do. And let's just go. So thank God he saved me because I get in his car. But one thing he wants to do before he drops me off at home, we have to go to the DMV. No. So drives to the DMV. I'm high as a kite. I'm like jamming like no other jam has jammed before. I'm not even like vocal at this point. I'm just sitting there rocking my head like a little Tweety bird and just jamming out. And we pull up to the DMV. He gets out of the car without me. I didn't even notice it. I came to and he was out of the car in the DMV. And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, he's gone. I'm sitting here by myself. Just so happens my other friend, Trin Titty, pulls up stoned as fuck to the DMV. Oh my God, why are you here? I was like, I don't fucking know. Why are you here? I don't know. I just saw that this was so-and-so's car, so I wanted to pull up. Oh, cool. Can I go with you? She said, yeah. Okay, get in. So I get in the car. We're about 5 minutes away. We left the parking lot of the DMV. I get a call from my friend who just came out of the DMV. What the fuck? Where are you? I'm with Trin Titty. Did I not text you? No, you didn't fucking text me. And also, I thought you were kidnapped because you left the door open. You left the car on. And the music was blaring. And I don't know where the fuck you were. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm with Trin Titty. So me, Trin Titty, drive around. I tell her what happened the day. I got super fucking baked, super stoned. So we just drive around for an hour. And by now it was kind of coming down. I was starting to feel sleepy. I was starting to like get the munchies. And she drops me off at home. And I had like siblings galore in the house. And so what concoction do you think I come up with from the snacks we had at our house? I come up with a PB&J with hot dynamo chips mixed together and make sandwiches like that.
I gotta respect it, but I don't want it.
It hits different sometimes. Like the spicy of the hot dynamo mixed with the jelly and peanut butter. It's like a mix that I never knew I needed.
Okay, but by the way, you just said sometimes. I feel like you're still eating this to this day.
I am.
Oh, okay.
It's a mix that I made then and I'm still making. And I made some for my siblings, me being so nice and stoned. I made some for my siblings.
Wow, what an offering.
And they still eat it to this day.
Okay.
Sometimes they're like, Deshaun, I got dynamos. Do you want to make PB&Js and we'll put it on there? So I came up with something so great, had a great day that day, all from that one edible.
Okay, I feel like your first time with edibles is almost like the plot twist to the movie The Hangover. Like, you just basically described the hangover.
It was like a day that I was so not there, had no thought skills, no decision making skills, nothing. I was literally like a hostage to my own high that day.
And the fact, like, you could have just left your school that easily, we could not do that. I couldn't go outside and walk around.
Oh my God. It was like, it was so easy. There was nobody around. There was no teachers, no nothing. I was like having a glamorous walk by the football field.
I had to, like, call my mom to give me permission to leave campus. And I would do that every day at the same time to go get a coffee. And the woman was, like, best friends with my mom, and I still had to do it. Like, we could not exit the school.
Well, for me, it was not like that at all. I was calling myself out by sophomore year because my mom and my number, our phone numbers, are 2 digits off from each other. So what had happened was one time I called myself out. Back then, because, you know, I was a growing boy and my octave was really high, even higher than it was now. I used to do my mom's voice so well, too well. And
I love that for you.
the school attendance office changed. They asked me on the phone the first time I called myself out, do you want us to update the phone number to this phone number? Because we have 2 digits off. Yeah, update that. So from that day forward, I called myself out every day for lunches, for periods, everything. And I never got caught. In fact, that number stayed with my sisters when they went to the same high school 2 years later. And so when they would skip, I'd get calls from the school saying that you need to call these girls out or make some excuse. It was fucking poetic.
Did you ever tell your mom about it?
Oh yeah, she would, like, I'd tell her, like, Mom, I had to call Marley out of school today. Oh, cool. Glad you can do that. She didn't like it, but at least she knew that it was happening.
She knew that was happening.
Even like my last senior year, like, I remember, like, I would only go to one period one day, like, of the week. Every day I'd just call myself out. And they finally were like, they called me thinking it was my mom. Ma'am, your son has barely come to school for like the first quarter of the year. We're worried that he's not going to make it. I was like, he'll be there going forward. He'll do better. And I did. And I passed and I graduated, obviously. And everything is all right.
Hot damn. You have lived a life. You have stories.
I have stories. It was great. But that edible was so wicked. Homemade edibles are a different batch than regular. Because I've had dispensary edibles and that I've never gotten a high like that from a dispensary edible.
You never know with dispensary edibles either. They're like either a hit or miss.
Yeah.
And I feel like more often than not, they're a miss.
Yeah.
So then you take a lot of them and then they're a scary hit.
Well, yeah, because like with that homemade edible, no one knew if it was sativa, fucking indica, and like hybrid, whatever. Nobody fucking knew. It was just weed. That's all we wanted was weed.
You found out what it did.
It was I'm pretty sure fucking like sativa, because I was up and going that whole fucking day.
You had to Zoom. So, have you had edibles since?
Yes, lots of them. And I've never had a high like that ever with edibles ever again. Like, I've had some good highs with edibles. Like, I had edibles later, like probably like a couple weeks later from a dispensary for my sister's birthday, but it was not like that. Well, kinda. It was kind of like that.
Edible highs are different.
Yeah.
And I think edible highs are for the plot.
They so are.
To be honest.
It was definitely like the other edibles I did a couple weeks later with my sister for her birthday were like, it still led to a fucking fantastic weekend story. It was great.
I feel like I just have scary stories with my edibles.
No way. Like, not even like a good one where you like took a little gummy and you were like, I don't know, like painting your toenails while watching SpongeBob and reiterating like the bartender scene?
No, that's never happened. So the first time I was ever in California, I was with my ex-fiance. Her brother was getting married. We're down in like Monterey. We're on the beach. Fucking cold ass beach. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I've never been to the beach.
It's beautiful. Very cold. I haven't been to a beach since I was a child. And the one thing with her, like, one side of the family does not drink. Alcoholism ran in the family, so they won't drink around the grandparents. So at the beach, there was no alcohol. This was a period in my life where, like, needed fucking alcohol. So her dad, her and I, made sure we loaded up on, like, edibles before we went to the beach. Popped them. Having a grand time. Just sitting, watching like the ocean. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. There's like barbecue coming out. Like the edibles are starting to hit. We're taking photos. I go back to sitting because the edibles are like they're there, and I'm like, I need people to not know how fucking high I am on this beach right now because there's a lot of grandparents and important family members here. So I like kind of drift off into the birds. I'm like, I really want to make friends with this one bird. I felt an extreme connection to this bird. And, you know, there's signs that say don't feed the birds. But I had food and I really just wanted to be friends with the birds. Everyone told me no. I think I went to someone and I'm like, I want to make that bird my friend. And they're like, please don't make that bird your friend. And so I was getting ready to walk away. I'm like, none of these birds are ever going to be my friend. Like, I love you guys so much. Wind comes, knocks all the food down. Bird friend flies over. The rest of his bird clan flies over. Most fucking terrifying experience of my life at that point. I no longer wanted to be the friends, and I wanted to, like, run away. But my ass was not running in sand that high. So unlocked a new fear of seagulls after an extreme love for them. And that's where my edibles took me that day.
Did you name any one of the seagulls?
Ah, fuck, I should have. I still have pictures of the seagull that comes up in my Snapchat memories every year. And I relive that moment of pure fear. That game.
Do they, like, I don't know, like, the seagulls here don't sound like how they did on Nemo. Oh my god, notice how, like, for these last 2 episodes, I always go back to Nemo. Where they're like, mine. Have
you actually heard a seagull sound like that?
I mean, I've only heard them go, like, the squawk, but I've never heard, like, them go, mine.
I think that was, like, added in for the Child's movie. Like, portion of that. Like, we're adding some animation. We're gonna take the sound and make it more animated.
Okay. Well, that's a fucking dream fucking shattered.
Okay, also, why do we have seagulls in Montana? In my head, seagulls should be by the sea.
Yeah.
Why?
Seagull.
Yeah, they're like, I see them in Washington by the water. Like, obviously California by the water. Why are seagulls in Montana?
Global fucking warming. It's getting too hot. And so they have migrated. They can migrate everywhere because it's getting too hot.
They're fucking birds. They can go wherever they want.
Yeah. Where the wind pathways take them.
Have you ever had a high hangover?
Yes. There was a time when me, my sister, and our 2 other friends would get high 2 years straight every day. And every morning would feel like purgatory getting up in the morning. First of all, no one tells you about when you're like a full-on stoner. Your shits are like smelling of weed. No one says that. Do you get that?
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
No. Okay. So next time you take a dookie,
can't wait.
Smell it and see if it smells like weed, because I swear through that whole time my shits always smelled like weed. And like I just noticed with a weed hangover, Like, I notice in the mornings, like, obviously there's cotton mouth, bad. But obviously, too, like, you're so fucking tired and it's so much harder to get up and going. And, like, you're, like, almost like, what did I do yesterday? I think after that first edible, I had a weed hangover.
I feel like my head just, like, gets weirdly tight or something. There's, like, a different hangover feeling in my head from marijuana than alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. For sure. Well, now that we're on the subject of hangovers, let's get into our review of Kourtney Kardashian's Poosh tips for a natural hangover cures. At first, I was a little skeptical because usually anything natural, does it do its fucking job, really? And when you're hungover, like me, my hangovers are wicked these days. They're not like how they used to be when we were kids. It was like we used to get up after our benders and just be like, we're ready to go. Let's go swim. Let's go do this. Like,
Do it all.
nowadays, it is like, if like we'll get going, we'll wake up, we'll get water, we'll get food. But then after that, we're down for the count the whole rest of the day.
Baby, it gets worse.
Ugh, don't tell me that.
Okay, well, too late.
So let's look over these fucking tips. These natural tips. So, first one that she lists on her Poosh website is coconut water.
I considered this one this weekend.
Okay.
Since I got a mild hangover for the first time in forever. I don't drink, but we went salsa dancing, so I had to drink.
Yeah.
Obviously. I looked at the coconut water. I'm like, I could easily go get this. And then said, I'd rather not.
So for the coconut water, it says what alcohol essentially does to your body is dehydrate it. Well, we know this. To combat this, the obvious response is to drink lots of water, but drinking fresh coconut water in particular is really going to help rehydrate you and replenish those electrolytes that you lost. Drink it plain or add a smoothie to it. Okay, I can definitely say any coconut water helps, especially a natural coconut. Like,
we have a lot of those in Montana. We got a lot.
Okay, I didn't say it was in Montana. Usually we just have to get those like fucking paper, mache like coconut water bottles.
Yeah.
Which do okay. I will say they do add in my experience, they do add a little more energy. They help me recover a little bit faster. But yes, the natural coconut. So when we were staying at what hotel was it? In Vegas. Again, all good things in Vegas. Fuck, I need to go back. But the morning that we were leaving to the airport, we were so fucking hungover. But the hotel was like, oh my God, come get your fresh coconuts. Like they were literally, it was engraved in the coconut, the hotel brand. And then just at the top, it was cut off and put in a straw. And when we had those fresh coconuts, it was the best. I felt so much fucking better after that. It was the best cure. It was so rehydrating. It was so my mouth is parched right now just thinking about it. It was the best fucking coconut ever.
So we need more coconuts.
We need more coconuts in Montana. We need to plant some fucking palm trees right over here by your place and just replenish.
They're gonna thrive. They're gonna thrive so much here. What's the next one on the list, Deshaun?
Green smoothies.
That was the other one I would have gotten. However, I don't remember everything she talked about in her green smoothie. There was only one place in town that sold a green smoothie close enough to that. And I said, don't want to deal with parking. I feel like shit. Rather not.
I feel like in my experience, fresh veggies and fruits do really help. I feel like anything from, just the regular, pineapple, watermelon, strawberry section is ooh, that's going to hit different. I'm not going to be hungover and be like, oh, I want a fucking apple. It has to be something melony.
I could see that.
Especially a pineapple. You know what they say about pineapple?
They make the juices sweeter.
Yes. And that's perfect for when you're hungover, because when you're hungover, your alcohol content in your body is like squishing through every fluid. So like when you pee, your pee is going to be even more dehydrated. It's going to be stink. Your swimmers,
None of it's a fun time during a hangover.
So that's why you need to have those, especially. Okay, so this is Deshaun's cure for a hangover. Me and my friends, we always have like this thing. I have the hangover hornies. Because I don't know, maybe if it's just us pervs, but when we're hungover, there gets to a point in the day where we're like, oh my God, I'm kind of horny. And something about like having sex just gets it out. And that could maybe like, so another part of her natural tips is sweat and movement.
Okay.
So the sex is perfect when you're hungover because you're getting out the sweat by moving.
You are.
And then also too, like you're going to sweat it out. It's going to let out the fluids of the alcohol. And plus, who doesn't like a good orgasm?
I mean, you got a good point. I can see that. I feel like I've had periods where I was really like hungover and horny, but there's some hangovers want to be touched.
I mean, depending on the severity of the hangover, like, yes, like, okay, so post Easter, after Easter, it was a hellish weekend. So I was like,
yes,
I need a fucking cocktail.
At least one.
Right. So I was hungover to the point of like, oh my God, get me some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I'm laying on my floor. I'm like reaching for the stars. I'm seeing water mirages. And that, like, it gets to that level. But, when you're in that, like, one kind of spot of hungover, like, kind of in the median between severe and low risk, like, that's the part where you're, like, hangover horny.
Man, I might be out of that age range now. I think it's mostly just, like, severe. I haven't had a low-risk hangover in a while.
I mean, you don't practice as much as I do.
No.
So maybe that's why. I practice this craft.
You do have it down.
And I know for me, certain hangover cures like a ginger lemon fucking tonic that she has listed ain't gonna do the trick. Like, I can tell you right fucking now. Maybe a lemon vodka lemonade to get, like, just as a cure drink, but definitely not a ginger lemon tonic. Maybe like a Sprite, because Sprite has like lime, so it kind of helps like the stomach, like,
Yeah, I think there's the thing with like acidity.
Yeah. She says ginger has been known to be beneficial in so many different ways by ancient cultures, yada yada. Recommend finally chopping up some fresh ginger or even blending some and pouring it into some hot water with, I do not want a hot drink when I'm fucking hungover.
No, I also, like, am not going to have fresh ginger. I don't even want ginger. Of all things that has been deemed to be good for us, why ginger come in as, like, number one?
I don't know, but, like, even when I'm hungover, I'm like iced coffee. Never hot.
Oh, yeah. Iced coffee all the time.
All the time, yeah. You and me are on that. But, like, I can't do anything hot. I don't even, like, sometimes when I'm hungover, this has to be, like, kind of in the lower risk quarter. A hot tub will go good. But if it's an extreme hangover, severe, I'm not getting in that fucking hot tub. I want the pool.
Okay, what about her other suggestion? The hot and cold shower.
Okay. I've done this a lot.
Okay, you're a master.
Yes, hot to cold. I totally agree. I feel like when you're in a severe hangover and you start the shower off with like hot, but then it becomes too much, the steam's like kind of like suffocating you, go to cold. It will wake you the fuck up. It will like have your headache totally like not as tight. It will like, it just helps. It so helps.
I want to be able to do this, and I know like there's so many benefits of cold showers, and every time I have tried a cold shower in my life, I feel like I am instantly dying, so the thought of already feeling like I'm dying before I get into the shower and then inducing more death doesn't sound like it's the one for me.
Really? Like, even when you're sober?
Yeah, I don't like cold showers. I have like my shower pretty much all the time at the level of Satan's asshole. My bath, also Satan's asshole. I like to burn my skin off, and on like full shower days, hair, body, shaving, and like you run out of hot water. I just don't like those showers. I want my skin burnt off. I don't want my body in fight or flight thinking I'm dying because it's so fucking cold.
I love a good cold shower, actually. I just did it last weekend. I was like sober. I was like feeling good. And I was just like, I'm doing a cold shower today.
Yeah, you are.
And
I love this for you.
I love dancing in the cold shower. It makes me feel like I'm in the pool or in the rain. And I'm like turning on the like my music on my phone. And I'm like, yes, cold shower.
We're the complete opposite. Mine's hot. I have the door closed. My heat in there is turned up to 90 degrees. I just want to be hot when I am in the shower and when I get out of the shower.
But I will say, when I am cleaning up the foyer and taking the carpet out in the shower, like, yes, it has to be hot, because shaving in cold water does not work. It is like the worst.
I don't know. I think overall, with every single hangover cure we talk about, what it comes down to is essentially your belief in whether or not you think it's going to work.
Yeah.
And that could be literally anything. I slept the whole day and my belief is sleep cures my hangover, and I think it worked. I didn't feel it. But the hangover cures have always changed with time.
Yeah. I feel like back then, like, one of our cures for hangovers was like orange juice. Like, waking up having like fresh cold OJ in the morning was great. Now I'm like, don't fucking get at the OJ. Don't make eggs. Don't make sausage. Like, let's have some fucking oatmeal and some toast. Let's keep it low, because I cannot do like high breakfast like that. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Especially if we were drinking fucking vodka and OJ the night before.
Oh, yeah. I think OJ was ruined when we started mixing it with liquor.
Oh my god. Okay, let me tell you a fucking story about vodka OJs. I think this should have been on the pod day one. So, our fantastic drink back then was not Sunkiss. What's that other OJ brand? In the big gallon.
Minute Maid, I don't know.
No.
I know what you're talking. Sunny D.
Sunny D, yes.
Oh.
So you do Sunny D OJ with whipped pinochle vodka. And you put it together, blend it, and it's this perfect orange creamsicle popsicle slushy.
In one lifetime, that would have been delicious.
Yes. When you're younger. Doing it that shit these days is dangerous.
No, thank you.
But when we were younger, we did a whole night of that. We got 2 bottles of pinochle whipped vodka, 2 big Sunkist OJs, gallons, and we were having the time of our lives. We drank that for, I want to say, 6 hours one night. We started drinking at like 10. We were drinking until like 2 in the morning. And slowly but surely, those slushies started becoming more and more clear from the orange that we started with. They just started becoming a tint of orange. Like, our slushies looked like just fucking ice melted at the end. It was getting bad. And me and my sister were drinking, and we started becoming menaces. At one point, she was so drunk that she took her glass cup and just like, she wanted to get this fly on the wall or something. We were so drunk. She threw it at the wall and it shattered. We cleaned it up, barely. She was stepping on glass to where her foot was bleeding. And like, no, she didn't throw the glass. She threw a pickle at the glass because there was a fly on it. So she throws the pickle at the glass. Still kind of has some vodka in it. The glass shatters. She steps all over it, cleaning up. But then that was not even the real menace behavior. Pretty soon, she had to puke. And she like leans over the bed and she's like, I'm gonna puke. Like, help me, get a bag. So I go get the bag, a plastic bag, mind you, one of those Walmart plastic bags. And I put it under her mouth. I was like, okay, go. I got you. She pukes on my hand. And me being queasy and already drunk.
Oh, no.
I just I gagged and then I vomited in the bag. And then from me vomiting in the bag and her puke already on my hand, she starts puking again on my head and on my clothes, on my shoulder.
No.
And so from that, I just kept puking. And it was this fucked up puke fest going back and forth to where we were just walking around her room puking projectile vomit everywhere of OJ and vodka. And sooner or later, our mom comes up from downstairs and is like, what the fuck is going on? She walks in, she's like, oh my God, Joe, they're puking on each other. My dad comes up in his undies and he's like, oh my God, like, didn't even know where we were at. My mom, I was so blacked out by this time. My mom had my mom had changed me in my clothes, put me to bed, and my sister was laying in her puke bed under the covers with new clothes on. And the next day we woke up and we went to the living room and we were just like, oh my God, what did we do? And so we sat out there for hours and finally we had enough courage to go to her room and figure out what we did. And we go to her room and it just smells like gross, rotten Sunny D, everywhere in her room. And it was so disgusting. Our puke is everywhere. It was even on the ceiling. It was so disgusting.
I had a night like that in college.
Did you?
So we didn't have classy drinks. I don't remember what the hell this game was called. But I remember my college roommate and I, and then a couple other girls from our dorm, we were all pre-gaming. And there was a pitcher in the middle, and we had cheap-ass vodka, whatever we could find someone to buy for us, and then Keystone Light beer. All these different things. And what you would do, you would pour your drink into the pitcher, and you would have to guess the card, black or red or something like that. It was smoke or fire or something. And if you got it right, it goes to the next person, and they pour their drink in, and they have to guess the card. And whoever guesses wrong has to chug the pitcher. And we did that for hours. So by the time we were done pre-gaming, we were very intoxicated. I don't remember what happened the rest of the night, but I know we kept drinking. I don't remember any of how we got back to our dorm. Nothing. I wake up the next morning. My roommate is asleep in her bed. Her wall is covered in vomit. There's vomit going down my wall, and I had a top bunk bed. Everything in our room is covered in spilt alcohol and vomit. There's plates and bowls I think we tried to puke in. Just sitting around, vomit everywhere. I found new places vomit was when I moved out of that dorm. She didn't come back the second half, so it's just mine. So I'm cleaning, moving furniture. Vomit from that night months later came up. The smell in that dorm room, awful. I don't think I ever played that game again after that night.
Why would you? After our creamsicle night, we decided no more creamsicle for years. It wasn't until last year we got back into it. And we didn't go that hard. I'll tell you that.
You learned your lesson.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Speaking of learning lessons, let's get into our passport to poor judgment segment.
Okay. Deshawn, I am just mind blown this week. I have unfortunately just been on TikTok probably more than I should have. And I learned that Alex Cooper and Alex Earl are two different people to begin with. In my head, they have always been the same person. So I'm fucking like scrolling on Facebook and Alex Cooper's video pops up, essentially like calling out Alex Earl with like her shady posts and like drama going on between them. And I'm watching Alex Cooper do this and I'm like, girl, why are you making like a video towards yourself? Like, what? And I go to the comment section and Alex Earl posts essentially like, okay, bet I'm gonna like post the evidence. And I'm like, you're even commenting on your post with your other profile. Like, what is happening? And then I click on Alex Earl and these are not even the same girl. But I have quickly found out there is so much tea flowing out in the podcast world.
Yeah. Like, and for the people who don't know who any of those people are. So Alex Cooper is the very famous host of Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy is like its whole own like movement. Call Her Daddy is like had guests like Cardi B.
Does she have like Michelle Obama?
Yes. And she also had SVU, Law and Order SVU.
Oh,
Mariska Hargitay.
yes.
That was a fucking amazing episode, I will say that. Just because of Mariska. But no, like, so Alex Cooper, she's obviously the main Call Her Daddy person. And then Alex Earl is her own separate podcast called like Cocktails with Cocks, or I don't know, it's not that, but it's something. I don't know. But anyway, what I knew from like back then, this was like last year, 2025. Alex Earl's podcast was going under Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy like studios. Like she has her own studios called Unwell, and Unwell Studios was producing Alex Earl's podcast, Cocktails Dirty, whatever. And Alex Earl was like 2 months like promoting it. They were both promoting each other's shit. And then all of a sudden there was a huge gap of like silence from both parties about her podcast, as Alex Earl's podcast is putting out new episodes every week. Turns out Alex Earl's podcast, Cocktails, left the Unwell Studios and was doing her own thing, which no one knew what was about. So everyone had rumors that there was already a beef going on last year about these two not getting along. And so now you're filling me in on celebrity tea.
The tables have turned.
And so I come to Kenzie's fucking Bob Marley orgy room today, and she tells me about this beef between them two, and I'm like, whoa. And it's getting real, because Alex Cooper never does videos like that.
I know nothing about any of this. Like, I still am wrapping my mind around them being, again, two different people. I'm just like, I'm questioning it, because when I watch Alex Cooper's post, I guess from like a perspective of a therapist, if someone's talking to me like that, I'm picking up, this is bullshit. Like, this feels like acting. It's not really authentic of what's being said. I don't know. I'm getting like, is this a PR stunt? I have no clue what the fuck's going on. And then also, why has Alex Earl not posted her response yet? Girl, it's been a few days. Mm-hmm. If there is beef, let's hear it. Like, let's quit dragging this out. Give everybody what they want. And I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines and really enjoy this.
Totally. I feel like podcast beef is another beef, because like you have the music industry beefs, you have like the pop girl beef, you have all those different sections, but podcast beef is like a whole nother subset, and it just gets interesting, especially like with big names like Alex Cooper. And I love at the beginning of her TikTok video, she's like, you guys know I don't usually do this. I'm a girl's girl. Like, that sounded, if anybody knows the show I Love LA, holy fuck, I love that show. That's literally how that one girl started her video off, where she's like, I don't usually do this, I'm a girl's girl. It sounded just like that. It was like a montage of I Love LA. Like, I'm seeing I Love LA in front of my eyes in real time with Alex Cooper and Alex Earl. It's fucking amazing, and I'm here for it.
I guess we all got to stay tuned for what comes. Is there any beef between the Alexes?
Is it just mean girl attitudes? Because, like, everybody going into, like, a different field of entertainment should just know there's going to be mean girls.
Why do we all have to eventually, like, get mean? I feel like there's a level of having self-confidence and worth and, like, knowing your value, especially in the entertainment industry, because there's always going to be negative commentary coming at you, and if you don't hold true to yourself, and that can come off not great to others, depending on, like, what you're triggering in them and how much, like, confidence they may or may not have in themselves. I can see that. But then other people are just, like, mean to be mean. And there's, like, the ill intent. Why do we still have that? I don't know. I guess that's, like, life. But I'm not here for the mean girls. Maybe I'm here for their tea.
The start of your Miss Montana answer, why do we all have to be mean? Why do we have to be mean was amazing. You sounded just like Miss World right there. I'll tell you that. I mean, you're one to talk about because you weren't mean to me when I first started working, but your closed offness could be considered mean girl energy.
Okay,
not knowing you.
I'll take that. I have had a lot of people in my life that I'm close to now start out with, at first I thought you were mean, or at first I thought you hated me, and I think resting bitch face has been a thing, and
yeah,
my face is like a natural frown. That's just the way my genes crumbled. I realized, I think it was like when we were all celebrating our last day at work, and people were talking about me and whatnot, and it was our one other coworker, and they're like, yeah, I think you were mean at first or hated me, and you would just always, like, walk away. And I'm like, oh, the real thing is I really hate small talk, and I feel very awkward around people. I'm so shy that, like, to avoid small talk, I just kind of will just leave. I don't think I realized I was doing that until it was pointed out to me, but a lot of people think I'm a mean girl, and really, like, I'm a fucking lover.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
I just also have, like, this bitchy personality on the side with it. But it's not, I don't think I'm mean to people.
It's zesty for sure. For sure.
I have some zest. But I think I'm a very kind person with a mean face.
You are, after the hard shell exterior is put off.
About 6 months to a year later, you'll, like, find that shell going away.
Yeah. Like, I just remember, like, yeah, the first 2 months I was hired there, we did not talk. Or it was very minimal. And then finally, like, your shell finally unwrapped, and I was like, this is the Kenzie that I thought was going to be there. Thank God. Because that shell of Kenzie was something.
I just had to save, like, my talking energy, because the one thing I hated the most about being a therapist is talking to people, and unfortunately that's the whole goddamn job, minus the paperwork.
Yeah.
So, and I was, like, by that time I was pretty booked out, and always had to, like, show up and talk and be ready to talk. And that took a lot of, like, mental energy out of me when I was already, like, so drained. Like, I have nothing to give. So then, like, new people are around, and I'm like, I am not good with, like, social interactions, and I don't know what to say, and I have to go do 4 more hours of talking to strangers, essentially, and, like, hearing about drama. So you got the hi, let's put a few pieces of this puzzle in, and then, like, I'm gonna run away to my office and TikTok so I don't have to talk.
And you did exactly that.
I did exactly that.
Do you remember, is there, like, any girl from high school that was such a mean girl that you can remember? Or a mean boy? We don't talk enough about the mean boys, but
I had more mean boys than mean girls. I think there was a group of girls, I would say are the more popular girls, but in a sense, Miles City really didn't have cliques, I would say, the same way as bigger schools or how they're like portrayed. But there was a lot of mean boys, and unfortunately, my last name was right next to who I perceived as the meanest boy in the alphabet. So his locker was always right next to mine. Like, we had to walk together at graduation. And like, none of the boys were really nice to me. I was overweight. I was from the poorer school before we went to middle school and all like combined. So they didn't really like us that much to begin with. And I wasn't super duper athletic. And then I think it got worse when like everyone found out I was gay. So I got harassed often by like the mean boys, like daily. I know one year I found someone and I begged him to like change lockers with me just so I didn't have to be by him. His favorite go-to in high school was always like, let's be honest. And back then that pissed me off. Now as an adult, like I coined that and I use it. Like, that's my gamer tag. But there was just a lot of mean boys. And it was like the boys who played sports and their parents had a big name in the town. And they walked around like that. Like Miles City, like your last name mattered. Mm-hmm. Mine was not at the top of that list.
My experience was a little different. I went to two different middle schools. I went to two different high schools. So like everything was different. So, but I will say the mean girl and boy activity happened more in Billings when I was there.
Oh, I could see that.
So in Billings, like, okay, I've always been a bigger boy. And I've always been like scrappy do. You know, I'm not afraid to scrap. And so like the mean boys would like pick on me until like Big Boy would come out. And Big Boy would come out very rarely, but when he came out, it was a fucking show. And so, like, having the mean boys would shut up after I'd beat one of them up, which was great. The mean girls, actually, I didn't, okay, maybe just because I'm so lovable and so cute. But the mean girls always, like, make me their gay best friend.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Like, the mean girls always have, I feel like, a gay guy with them.
Yeah.
That's just like the trope.
Yeah. And so like there was this one girl. So because like we were cliquey at this high school, like middle school actually, like I always thought she was a bitch and I'd never even talked to her. So shameful now thinking about it. But everybody just knew her as that bitch, you know, not like that. Oh, she's that bitch. Like, oh, it's that bitch, you know? And so like poor girl, like judged her till the day we met. I met her at a Kidding concert. She let me cut through the line. Like, she was like, hey, you, I go to school with you. Just come all the way up here with us. And I met her and she was so nice. And, like, her being, like, troped as that mean girl was not true in my experience. Yeah, like, yeah, she could scrap it out with a bitch and she could talk some shit, but she was actually really nice to me. And, like, her friends that she had with, she kept really close, I thought.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, all the girls I perceived as being mean, like, to their core, I think they were really nice. It was my own insecurity with them. Like, they were pretty, they were everything I viewed myself as not being. Mm-hmm. So I didn't like them, and I saw all their, like, negative things. But I've had, I think, throughout high school and, like, middle school, like, individual conversations with them, and they were always, like, super sweet.
Yeah.
It was the dudes who were the assholes.
Yeah. I feel like Alex Earl and Alex Cooper need to have a fucking sit down and just be like, put all the bullshit aside. What I don't like about you, what I like about you. How do we repair this?
Doesn't need repaired.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, learn what you need to learn. Mm-hmm. We're not always going to show up as, like, the best version of ourselves. Like, look at how you showed up in whatever situation is unraveling and reflect on that. Is that the person you are now? Or have you like grown from that, or keep going and just give us more tea each week.
We love the pettiness. We love the pettiness. So this is the end of Room 213 podcast. Go follow us on Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it. Go find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. We're getting this shit together just for you all, our audience. So keep getting our updates. Put our post notifications on. We're going to be posting very soon, our own TikToks even. And keep following us and keep unlocking Room 213. Bye.